Hi, this is Mark Griffin. I am doing this presentation to kind of explain to you a little bit about what we do at Easy Local. So I'm going to switch my screen. I'm actually recording this on Zoom. So what I'm going to do is switch my screen up so we can go to the presentation, and I will kind of explain what we do. So make sure you can see the screen okay. Yep, looks like you can see the screen okay. Let me open it up a little bit. All right, so we are Easy Local. We actually service the entire United States, and we've been around since 2007. Okay, we handle a number of different things, and I know I didn't go over all of this with you because all of it didn't fit, but I kind of wanted to give you kind of a quick overview. So this is going to be really quick. Try to keep it less than 5 minutes. Like I said before, Easy Local, we're actually located right outside of Chicago. Our mission is to create an online presence. So every little element that makes your business visible, we handle that. Everything from what we call local SEO to your website to regular posting on through Google, posting your social media, doing search engine optimization so you can get to the top of Google, all those little things, plus ads, and we do all that stuff, right? And we've been around for a long time, and we rank pretty well. We do pretty well with the Better Business Bureau, all that. So so what we are, we're not some like random dude in the basement, right? We actually have a building. We are a Google partner, which makes a big difference because sometimes things change. For example, a couple years back, Google made a huge change. It was right after Mark Zuckerberg had went before Congress, right? That was 2019, and that really shook things up in the internet world. And Google made some huge changes. Well, one of the cool things that because we are a Google partner and we actually have people on our staff that were trained at Google, and we have our own Google liaisons and stuff, it's really cool because we were able to immediately start making changes on all the websites for our clients that were in alignment with Google's new requirements, right? Basically, if you're familiar with Google, they have a specific algorithm or formula, if you will, on deciding how websites rank. And because we're a Google partner, we were able to make these changes very quickly for our clients. Whereas after those changes happened, a lot of people fell off of Google. Their rankings fell off, and so that's one really cool thing about us. Now in the vein of what we call local SEO, local distribution, we do a lot with getting you visible. So in the service that we call local SEO, we actually get you set up with over 300 different databases and websites and stuff. And believe it or not, we're actually going to give you a login so you can actually check all this stuff out, see all the work we're doing for you. You can see how it's working, right? But this allows you to show up on various maps. You'll have that business profile where people will be able to connect with you real quick just on their smartphone. You don't even have to go to your website, which these days a lot of people just search, they say, hey Google, nearest whatever business, and they'll pop right up. That doing this local listing distribution, that's what this does. It makes you very, very visible. And you'll connect with a lot of people a lot faster, and your phone will start ringing a lot faster. We also do weekly posts, which what this does is it boosts. So one of the things that Google looks at is activity. So the more activity that they see your business doing, so you see on this little panel here, you see an example where it says March Madness, $100 off any tax service. What this does, it it gets a lot of call to action. People will call you, people will take action, people will come to your website and do the coupons. There's a number of different ways to use this part of what we do, but the cool thing is we're doing it every week for you, and we're communicating with you. So if you have specials, if you have, you just want to do a coupon, or you want to do some sort of special, or you just want to say, hey, it's Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day or whatever, you can do it right here. And it brings, and you get better ranking and you get more activity. So that's a really cool thing. Websites is a big thing that we do. Now the websites that we do are custom. So pretty much when we talk to you about the website, we're going to ask you kind of what you're looking for and the website and some examples, and then we'll build it. Okay. We do build the sites. So the support that you're going to get is unlimited. So when you go into the winter months and maybe you want a different look, we'll update that. Every 2 years, we're just going to redo your website anyway. And that's really cool, because if you've ever had like a webmaster, I actually worked as a webmaster, we'll charge $200 to $300 for a new page to be redone. And that's, and you're getting a whole lot better, a whole lot more value here than with just, the guy in the basement, as I love to say. So custom domain, emails, hosting, your Google Analytics, map integration, local business. There's a thing, the word here, schema markup. I'm like, what the heck's that? I mean, I know what it is, but unless you do websites, you don't know what that is. But basically, it's designed in a way that Google will find your website and help it. And when we're doing the SEO and stuff, it'll rank well, because there are some websites out there that the way they're set up, like, like if like a Wix or a Weebly, or some of these other things I've seen out there, they won't rank well. That's just because the way the website is built, Google can't see the whole thing as far as like HTML code. I'm getting nerdy. Let's just keep moving on. We also do social media. So we do build your pages. We do post on your pages on a regular basis every 2 weeks, and we do boosts, which was going to generate more followers and more awareness, even if people are not necessarily your followers, your clients. When we're doing the boosts, that will reach out to more people in your area. So it'll help make more connection and more awareness. Like I said, yeah, we do boosts, so targeted Facebook ads. It's kind of like the weekly boost that we do on Google for you each week, except it's on Facebook. Complete reputation management. This is really huge if your business has reputation, like you're getting reviews online, like if you're a cleaning service, a plumbing service, a contractor. You get the idea. If people are going on and they're saying, hey, can I see some reviews to see how people are rating you? This part's really, really huge, because most of the time you don't have time to actually go and, look at the reputation, see if someone's done a review. So we actually 24/7, we monitor anyone who said anything about you, positive or negative. We're always monitoring. And then what we also do is we will respond for you quickly. Like I said, but whether it's positive or negative, we're always going to respond, because we don't want one, we don't want a negative review sitting there and hurting your reputation. We want to make sure you're responding to and taken care of. And of course, we respond, but we also let you know about it. But then also we want to take those positive reviews and spread them out on social media, so people can say, hey, let's see what a great job we're doing. Come work with us, come use us, come recommend us. And then we also want to do we do activity to help you get more positive reviews. And you may or may not be aware of this, but hey, sometimes you might have a client or a customer that's just having a bad day and gives you a bad review. It happens. or sometimes you might be having an off day and you get a bad review. That happens. Nobody's perfect. And actually, believe it or not, most people expect, I think actually everyone expects to see some, bad reviews, because no one's perfect, right? But you always want to make sure you're doing the activity to make sure that your customers who had a good experience, that they are giving you those positive reviews. So we also do that for you. We help generate those positive reviews for you, for your past customers, so that when that random bad one comes in, you have all these other like you have one bad one, but you have 10 good ones, so it offsets it. So the reputation management is really a big deal. Of course, this part here again, turn customers' experience into stars, boost online power, and drive more business across dozen review sites. All this is just really taking those reviews and really maximizing that experience for your business, so that you get more customers. That at the end of the day, that's what you're hiring for, and that's how we're structured, is to do all the things in a very systematic way, so that you're making money, because you make money. And yeah, our pricing is really low. We do that because we want you to stay with us for years. Okay, we don't hit you up with high pricing up front. We hit you up with low pricing, but we spread it out so it's easy for you to keep doing business, and it's just a win-win situation. Okay, like I said before, you will have your dashboard, your owner's box, right? And this is where you're going to be able to log in and see all the work that we're doing and see where it is, and just the communication. So this is really cool for business owners, because you really get a good feel of like, okay, this is what they're doing, this is where they are. It's not just you have to keep calling, everything is right there in front of you. Local search visibility, and we clicked on this a little, we talked about this a little bit, but this is really important, especially right now, the way people search. And if you're not set up with the way people look for you, you're losing business, right? So Google Maps, websites, and ads, also called pay-per-click, right? So when we do ads, right? Now here again, the cool thing about us is we are a Google partner, so we know exactly how Google wants their ads. So we handle it all. Now, when you have an ad, we do ads on Google, Bing, and Facebook, but Google's really the top one. And we also do some stuff on Instagram. So that question has come up a couple of times. But the big thing is that we don't take the money in regards to the ads. I had an experience. I worked with, spoke with a doc, well, actually 4 doctors. They had a practice out in LA, and unfortunately somebody scammed them. Somebody had convinced them, because they didn't know how it worked, that they needed to give them the money, and then they would pay Google. And they actually swindled these guys out of $20,000. It was crazy, right? And as it turned out, he never ran any ads. He just disappeared with their money. So in any case, the way we work is that you'll have a card on file with Google or Facebook or Bing or whomever the ads are going through, and you pay us a management fee depending on how large the budget is. So it can be as little as $100 a month management fee. So we're doing the ads for you, up to like $600 management fee if you have a budget of $5,000 in that range, right? Which most people don't have. Most people don't do that. So when with ads, you have specific control of where they appear and when. So you can have it like you see in the image here, just a general vicinity, or you can have specific cities, specific regions, specific zip codes. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. so that, if you don't want to, work in a specific area. When I was in real estate, there's a couple of neighborhoods we really didn't want to show houses, because there was a lot of, they just weren't good neighborhoods, right? So if there are certain neighborhoods that you don't want to show your ads, you have total control over that. Now, like I said before, this part's really cool. I haven't gotten to the local service ads. So the local service ads are really awesome because these are ads that you're able to do with Google. Now, what happens is Google actually vouches for your business. Now, there are a couple of things, there's a background check and a couple other things, so it takes a couple of weeks to get approved. But once it gets approved, and when I say a background check, they have to make sure you have your business license, and I don't know, a couple of, there's like 3 things that you have to do, like insurance, business license, and something else. It's nothing like, they're not doing a credit check or anything like that. So it's actually pretty simple. But what happens is when you get these local service ads, what happens is Google will actually vouch for you. And when someone calls, you don't pay for it unless you get the job. So if they call, let me see if this, okay. So you're paying for a valid phone lead. You're not just paying for clicks. So like what I was talking a minute ago about pay per click, this is, you get the job, right? So you're able to advertise specific jobs. You get the ads come up on Google voice search, which everybody's doing voice search at this point. And if you're trying to figure out what the cost is, generally speaking, when you get a job, the job is going to be about $20. Well, it says $23. So it give or take, it varies a little bit. But if you actually when you get a job, it's going to cost you about $23. That's going to go to Google. But here's the cool thing: the valid leads and invalid leads. So if it's a solicitation, if it was spam, if it's all these things that don't really fit, that it was just like it wasn't the right service, like right here where it says service not offered. The customer communicated their service type, the service wasn't listed on your profile, and you declined the job. You don't pay for that. If it's spam, if someone was soliciting, if the location was the wrong location, you don't pay for any of those leads. But you get a text, email, you talk with the actual customer. These are valid leads. You don't pay for just a lot of stuff like with the Service Magic and the Home Advisor and Service Magic, they're the same company, and just a lot of these other companies that will charge you just for a click or a none of that happens here, so that's a really cool service. A lot of people use it. And like I said, with this one, it starts at about $100. So it's a pretty good deal. It's normally $200, but if it's something that you're interested in, let me know and we can talk about the pricing. SEO, search engine optimization. Now, search engine optimization is when we do, we rank you for specific keywords, both offsite and on your website. I'm not going to try and get into that on really crazy, but basically, yeah, it's going to get really nerdy, right? But basically, so original keyword related content you need to rank, generated monthly, inbound links obtained from relevant authority websites in your business category, and then live link data report shows you links being generated, corresponding keywords rankings, where the link appears in relevancy score. So what does all that mean? Okay, because there's lots of highfalutin words that no one really cares about. But at the end of the day, you're like, well, does this help my website get better visibility? Absolutely. What we are talking about is when you're doing search engine optimization, some of the work is inside the website and a lot of the work is outside the website, where we're building what's called backlinks to I don't even want to get into. Basically, a backlink is what Google looks at to see if your website has authority. That I could get deeper into it, but like I said, I want to keep this short, and I would just get into a lot of stuff. You can always Google backlinking, and what that is, but I don't want to get deep into it here. So this is how it works. So once you get started with us, what happens is you're immediately going to get a welcome call within the next 24 hours, you'll get a welcome call. Then the welcome call will schedule your onboarding call. So your marketing success manager, they're going to go over goals, services, preferences, all those things, so that we have a good snapshot of what you're looking for and what you need. This is from James Tracy, our president. And this is the guarantee that if we're not following up, if we're not doing these things, then we'll actually give you a free month of service. We'll suspend billing and make until the obligations are fulfilled. So we're going to do what we have to do to make it right, okay? But we've been doing this for a long time. And thanks. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. 252-327-4217. You can also email me at mark@ez-local.com, or you can check out my my profile with the company at ez-local.com. That's it. Thanks for your time. Talk to you soon.